Hi folks, hope you're doing well. Just a little review of the Sevilla versus Man United game. Yeah, I think United started off pretty well, quite strong. Yeah, I've certainly noticed. Sorry, the first half is still continuing. There's still a few minutes of it left. It's a very open game. That's one way to put it. Both teams having chances. I think United have had better chances. They haven't taken them, apart from that one goal. Again, penalty. They seem to struggle to score outside of penalties, really, even though they have chances. A lot of chances. Yeah. And one thing that I've noticed, when the defenders have got the ball, they've struggled to find a decent pass because they've held on to the ball far too long, waiting for somebody to make a move. So for some reason, the midfield seems to be pretty much just standing there when the defence gets it. Okay, so Rashford is got the ball on the left, making a run towards the goal. Dinky. And, oh, geez, that's typical Rashford. There you go. 56 minutes and 53, that happened. He completely fluffed it. Dinky. Pretending to go left, pretending to go right, and then completely fluffed it. Good attack, chance of a good break, and Rashford fluffed it again. I really think during the lockdown, this is where, to a certain degree, when Rashford does all this work for the kids, I'm like, great, well done. But then when you see him out here doing this, it's like, well, I wish during lockdown you'd have been practicing your football. I'll tell you now, that was terrible. Really, really poor. From a forward, if I was managing that team, half time, I'd take him off. Simple. Come on, you're off. That was awful. What on earth are you trying to do there? Create space, shoot, that off the side, let them have a shot just before half time. You go 2-1 up, that causes a problem for the opposition. They come in all deflated because they're now conceded a goal just before half time. That's one of the worst things for a team, coming in at half time. And yet you've completely and utterly fluffed it. Their defence should be petrified of the attack of United, but they're not, because you've got people like Rashford in it, who is Mr. Fluff. And at the moment, really, Rashford has been Mr. Fluff. And it's like, oh, great. Here's the man you got. Here's the one you're looking at, and the one you're hoping who's going to do the job and do a great job. Yeah, okay. Really, really poor. Yeah. But even like there's been balls put through by Fernandez where he just overhit it. He had a free kick where he tried to lob the goalkeeper from around about halfway. Yeah, and when you're at 1-1, that's not the time to do that. So when players do that, it's like, geez, no, not right now. Okay? When you're 3-0 up, that's a time, or 3-1 up, 4-1 up, that's a time to play selfish sort of shot to try to be the glory man. When you're 1-1, you try and create a real scoring opportunity. It's like you try and lob the goalkeeper, you even miss the goal by a long way. So get that done in training where you're hitting the goal every time before you try it out on the pitch. Like Scholes. When Scholes does it, well, hold it, he can do it. When he's in training, he does it. So with him, he's the man. So when he tried it, you're going, yeah, okay. We trust you because you did it through training and you worked at it. Brilliant. You give it a go. during the games, that's fine. You give it a go. Problem is, I don't know. Bruno, good player. He's a good player, no doubt about it. He's improved United. But try all that stuff when you're perfecting it and when it's the right time during the game. Yeah, because even like if you're Skulls, you give it a go from there. The goalkeeper makes a save, catches it, throws it out, creates a chance. Then, Skulls, come on, what are you doing? It's not a time at 1-1, is it really? And then we talk about the goal, the Sevilla goal. United were complaining after the goal went in that the throw-on should have been theirs. Not the time to do that, really. You want to complain before they score the goal, before the throw-in is even taken. That's the time you complain. Once the throw-in is taken, you focus on the game. You had plenty of time to get back. You had plenty of time to cover. The fact of the matter is you didn't. You were poor. Defensively, it's like Lindelof playing the ball out. How many times did he play the ball out to the front and completely overhit it? And today, the Sevilla goal, it was really the only time Sevilla have really created an opportunity. And defence wasn't there to answer to it. They couldn't answer. They couldn't do anything about it. So there you go. This is where we are at 1-1. So, yeah. That's the situation as it is. So, 1-1. Second half to go. And perhaps extra time as well. It's going to be decided tonight. Let's see if the second half can get better than the first. Time will tell. Right, I will conclude this review at full time. I will get back to watching it. You take care. I will speak to you soon. In about 45 minutes, I would guess. Right, we're 52 minutes in. So I figured I might as well just continue. We're seeing what we usually see. Ticky-tacky football. Basically, United on the attack. Then they just say to Sevilla, "Go on, you have a go." Yeah. And again, the final ball is never there. Wan-Bissaka just got through. 52 minutes and 25 seconds, got through. And the final ball, terrible. Really, really poor. Good opportunity there. Coming past goalkeeper. You've got to say Sevilla playing well. Defensively, they're playing well and they're getting back. I think as the game continues, they're likely to get tired. Sevilla players, and they might have the legs to get back. Especially if it goes into extra time. Commentators on BT Sport are saying it's going to be one of those nights when United can't score again because Sevilla playing defensively so well and the keepers playing the best game of his life. I don't think it is. I just think it's a case where United, they're going forward too slowly. They're not really breaking quickly because at the moment, even when Sevilla had the ball a few minutes ago, United, when they got the ball, were just taking time. And what didn't impress me at all, Seville defender had the ball. It was about 5 minutes ago. Was looking around as to where to pass the ball. Rashford was about 6 or 7 yards away from him. Didn't make any effort at all to pressure him. No effort whatsoever. And so, that just says it all, doesn't it? Really. That just says at this point in time, you're happy for them to have the ball. You don't even want the ball back. You want a break, probably. It's like, come on. And this Seville team, they keep on falling over. They get challenged for the ball, they lose the ball, and they fall over. Earlier on in the first half, it's crazy. Player basically was going forward, stopped all of a sudden, so the United player would run into him, fell over and got a free kick. How on earth does a referee give that as a free kick? You run into a player because the player suddenly stops still for no reason whatsoever. They're obviously trying to buy a free kick, and you as a referee are so stupid you fall for it. Come on. But Sevilla have this nature of foreign teams where they try and fall over at the earliest opportunity they possibly can. Aye. Absolute madness. We've got some subs coming on for Sevilla now. What difference that's going to make, I don't know. I had to turn the sound off because obviously I can't have the sound on at the same time. There's another De Jong. How many De Jong players are there? There's one player for Barcelona, is a De Jong. This is another De Jong. Probably Dutch as well. This is El De Jong. So not the same De Jong who plays for. Obviously not. Could be related. Aye. I say no audio, so I don't know what the commentators have said about this De Jong as whether he's related to the other one. No idea. But he gets to play in a semi-final of the Europa. Oh, Wan-Bissaka again just gave the ball away. What the heck is the point of that? I was just about to say Wan-Bissaka next season has to improve his ability going forward. Because if that's not going to improve, he needs to be got rid of. Because an important part of his game is going to be going forward. And if he can't do that, then he just has to go. United will lose money on him, but it's called tough, really. I mean, again, you scout players, you make sure you've got a player who can go forward and defend. At the moment, he's great defensively, but he can't really go forward. Yeah, and that's what you want from a centre back. Not really what you want from a wing back, is it? So, right. He does get forward to help. He's got a good engine, Wan-Bissaka. But he's got to have more than a good engine, really. Like I say, Seville getting back in numbers when United attack, and that's because United are attacking so slowly. There's none of this, sudden great ball forward. Defence gets caught out by it. That doesn't seem to be happening at all. It's this incredibly slow attacking that is just given Seville plenty of time to get back. Which then means you've got no space in attack. And that's what's happening. Went to him. Some player come off, kicked a bottle, was quite upset. Thrown his shin pads down. Oh dear, temper. Seville player. He got upset for some reason. He wasn't red carded, so I think he was subbed. He was one of the players subbed. He didn't like being subbed, which to a certain degree is what you want. You don't want players who want to be subbed. We have a terrible ball there. Is that by Rashford? Yeah, kick the ball straight to a Sevilla player. Straight to an opposing player. What are you doing? Can you not tell? They're wearing white, United are wearing black. Can you not tell who you're supposed to be passing the ball to? I mean, come on. The referee's just given a foul against Lindelof. And a Seville player is asking the referee to yellow card him. But actually, what Lindelof did was far less what Seville player did to Bruno Fernandes towards the end of the first half. That one in the box, which at half time they were asking should it have been a penalty. that come together was far less from Lindelof there. Contact. Yeah, the referee gave that as a free kick, so weird. Good play by Pogba there. Got himself out of a tough position. Bit of skill. That was in the 59th minute. All right, well done. Oh, it's a lovely bit of skill by Pogba there. Bit of twisty-turny with the ball. Well done. That's what we want to see from a Pogba. Oh, yes. But it needs to be doing it in the box, really. Yeah. Like at half-time, they were talking about United having 22 penalties in the season, and that's a lot. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a lot at all, because, I mean, if I was managing a team, I'd say to the attacking players, you've got some skill. You can certainly do a twisty-turny with the ball. So with that being the case, when you get in the penalty box, do your twisty-turny with the ball. And, that's got to be a yellow card. Player just fouled Williams on purpose. Williams has got to stop rolling over as if he's been shot, for goodness sake. He did it earlier when there was virtually no contact on him, holding his face. Okay, you were tripped. Yeah, tiny trip. You don't need to roll over 3 times, you wimp. God, Williams. Jesus, if you can't handle being challenged, go and play another sport. What was I saying? Adrian. Well, Williams, come on. Yeah, as soon as someone gets close to Williams, oh, he touched me. Ref, he touched me. Roll over 5 times, pretending I've been shot. Yeah, we have got players from foreign teams doing that, and then Williams is doing the same. Come on. Who on earth is teaching the youth to roll over like that? Jesus. He's a thinking left back. Yeah, anyway, what I was saying, yeah. Attacking players. Attacking players, once they get in the box, should be doing all a little dinky, skillful, taking it around players, encouraging players to put a leg out, get penalties. Get more penalties. You should have a couple of penalties every game, really. Yeah, if you are a skillful player forward, then you should be creating opportunities for penalties to be given. You should be trying to challenge the defenders to challenge you in the box with your skill. If necessary, take the mickey out of them a bit in the box. Get them annoyed, get them making those challenges. You'll get the penalties because they will try and cut you down. If you're doing the little jinky, wigglies as they do, I never did it as a player. Never did the wigglies. No. I did as a 14-year-old. I played against a men's team, and I did something there. But what did I actually do? I did something there that showed up through the ground idol. Next time I even got the ball, the bloke absolutely ploughed into me. I think I did something like I was running after the ball. So this older person was running after me. I was only 14. He would have been probably mid-20s, late 20s sort of thing. As I got to the ball, I just stepped on the ball and stopped. Person ran past me. I then turned inside and went. Of course, he didn't like that. Yeah. He tried to make sure I wouldn't do that again. So, no, basically in my My football time was really get hold of the ball, release it, move into space, get hold of the ball, release it, move into space. Shoot, create chances for other people to shoot. But those people that do the jinky jinky and the wiggly wigglies, pretend to go left and right and all that sort of stuff, do it in the box. Do it where it matters, where a foul matters. Yeah, you see players doing it outside the box, in the box, in the box. That's where it matters, folks. It's still 1-1. 65th minute. There's been nothing going on for a while. Commentators could be right. This could be one of those games. This could easily go to extra time and in penalties. Because again, United seem to now have settled back into. Don't know what they've settled back into right now. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know. It's quite bitty at the moment. There's lots of free kicks being given, and yellow cards and challenges and petulant. Rashford just got a yellow card for bouncing the ball. Bit of dissent to the referee for what reason I do not know. Maybe the decision was given in the opposite direction. Been like that tonight. Yeah, referees are nice for making poor decisions, but that's going to happen really. Good interception by Wan-Bissaka there. Ball hit forward by De Gea. It's a Man United throw-in. That's okay. Not there, but come on, release the ball quickly. Come on, get the ball forward. Not like that. Is that Fred? Yeah. Fred gets the ball, basically whacks it at Rashford at chest height. Ball goes out for a goal kick. So early in the first half when Fred got a nosebleed by going too high up the pitch and trying to shoot. You just knew as soon as Fred got into the penalty area trying to shoot, okay, won't be a goal. Yeah, he shouldn't be anywhere near there. I think the problem is Fred believes that he is he Brazilian, Fred? I think he's Brazilian, isn't he? I think he is. Well, anyway, if he's Brazilian, then yeah, he thinks, well, I'm Brazilian, so I should be fantastic going forward. Yeah, not all Brazilians were fantastic going forward. Goal kick to Man United now. Yep, okay, yep. 68 minutes into the match, still 1-1. Yeah. So Tuesday we've got Leipzig versus Paris Saint-Germain. Well, of course, I'll be hoping for Leipzig to win that, and for Lyon to beat Bayern Munich. I don't know how that's going to go. Come on, decision making, right decisions. Come on. Rashford trying all the dinky there, nearly making a complete hash of it. Didn't quite. It finally got to Williams by hook or by blinking crook. Shot there by, was that Pogba? Pogba, yeah, okay. Way over. Was he leaning back? No, he wasn't leaning back. He just completely miskicked it. Yeah, there you go. That showed Rashford's little dinky around the 67th minute. It was all right. I mean, it wasn't great. He tapped it a bit too far. It looks as if he didn't have a clue where the ball was after he tapped it. But he reacted a bit quicker than what the defender did, so it worked out for him, really. That was a bit of a hospital ball there. But it worked out okay. Bissaka got there. I think The real player realised, oh, it's Bazaka going for it, so I'm not really going to challenge for this, am I? Not with one Bazaka. He broke my legs. So yeah, that was quite favourable for him, I do believe. Any other player, I think the Seville player would have gone for that. We're coming up to 70 minutes, so I'm going to pause the recording now and I'll get back to it in a little while. Okay, you take care. Speak to you soon. Bye. It's 77 minutes in. And what I was saying about United, the way they're playing, they're actually playing as if they're winning. They're playing keepy ball. There's no hurry. They don't need to do anything. You know, Greenwood a minute ago was over on the right. They're just passing the ball between each other. As if they're winning 2-1 or something. They're just trying to sort of see out the game. It's 1-1. Same with final of Europa, 1-1. There's no urgency. There's no clear desire. Well, I think that's 2-1 now to Seville. Hopefully. Yep, there you go, 2-1 to Seville. Serves United right. They're playing as if they're winning. As if they're just trying to see out the game. No urgency, no nothing. There you go, they're now 2-1 down. Because when they've had the ball, yeah, it's not so much disrespect the way that City were disrespecting Lyon, but it's close to it. It is close to it. Yeah, United we're playing as if, yeah, we can win this game at any point in time. We just need to put our foot on the gas and we can win it. But now you're losing. Lindelof and Bruno. Lindelof's having a go at Bruno there for some reason. I don't know why. Let's go back. Go back to 1-1 to see what's going on. Now, Greenwood had a shot. It was a pretty poor shot. This was just before the goal. So 1 second, it's a real goalkeeper has still got the ball. It's fluffing around a bit. Big kick. That's probably just played a lazy pass through. Greenwood's got the ball, completely fluffs it. There, 24 knocks it to the right. So here we are. Fred is in the area, but not really doing anything. So it's Rashford. Pogba comes into it. Fred has let the ball go through. Williams. Oh dear, Williams. And it's Lindelof. Lindelof was the one who, yeah. Let me just see again. I've got on BT Sports, so I can keep going back to watch it. So it's worth watching again. So it goes out. Williams comes out. A tiny dink forward, but nothing. Williams doesn't actually even try to stop the ball being put in. And then Lindelof. Here we go again. So little dink, ball in. Lindelof is nowhere near close enough. 29, so Wan-Bissaka is one side of the player. Lindelof is the other side. Lindelof is really the one that should make a challenge. Lindelof later is having to go at Bruno for some reason. Don't know why, because Bruno was nowhere near the action. So you can't blame Bruno for any of that, really. That was really Williams and Lindelof. So Lindelof spots the man, starts going back, spots the man again, but really makes no effort. Oh, Lindelof, Jesus. Again. But De Gea could have come out and got that, really. Didn't. No. Bruno's pointing out that Lindelof should have made an effort there. Lindelof's having a go at Bruno. All right. So Bruno was pointing out that it was that was Lindelof's fault. And I think he's right. I mean, anyone who's watched my videos about Man United knows that I don't rate Lindelof. I don't think he's good enough. He's not good enough in the air. He's not good enough on the floor. His pace is not good enough. His decision making isn't good enough. His passing the ball isn't good enough. What way is he good enough? People were saying last season he was a player of the season. No, he wasn't. I mean, just because he was better than Smalling and Jones, which he was, but so what, really? You can have a look at Sunday League football. You'll find plenty of defenders who are actually better than Jones, better than Smalling was at United. I mean, Smalling's got better now. He's at Roma. He's starting to believe in himself, and he's playing much, much better. That was an awful ball forwards. Who was that? Was that Williams? Or was that Rashford? Jesus. Who played that ball? Williams has got the ball. Rashford. Oh, my Lord. Right into the goalkeeper's hands. Such a lazy ball forwards. I mean, I think Keane is right to a certain degree. Some of these players, I wouldn't actually give them a seat on the bus. I'd say Rashford, you can blink him well, make your way home. You don't come on the bus. Lindelof, you can make your way home. You don't come on the bus. And I'd stop making excuses for Williams now. Stop saying, oh, but he's just a kid. No, he's not. He's not just a kid. He's played quite a few games now for the first team. You know, he's been brought up at United, so therefore, you know, he's a player who knows how he should be playing. And if he's a defensive, wing back, right or left, doesn't matter. He knows that his job is to stop that ball being crossed in, or to do his best to stop that ball being crossed in. He made no effort whatsoever. I mean, that's the first point where the mistake was made, and he does that far too often, Williams. He just isn't good enough. I mean, as a second for left back or right back, he just isn't good enough. I mean, people are talking about Dalot being sold because he isn't good enough. Williams is no better. A lot of people, will look at Williams and say, "Oh, but he's from the youth. Give him a chance." He's been given a chance. There you go. If he's good enough, it will show through. With Greenwood, it showed through. With Rashford, it showed through. Even though, I'm not a massive fan of Rashford because hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. Well, occasionally hot and freezing, basically, with Rashford. Although, no, let's be fair. Lukewarm for most of the season and occasionally hot with Rashford. That's what he is, really. But as I say, with Williams, oh, geez, he doesn't even have the pace. Fred passed the ball out. Terrible ball out. Again, these players, come on. You're playing for Manchester United. If you don't respect that, sod off. You shouldn't be playing for the club. Simple. And Williams should have made more of an effort. Should have sprinted for the blinking ball, not jogged for it. It's 82 minutes into the match. For goodness sake, you had a half time only recently. Come on. I think part of the problem here is that during Premiership matches, they were having water breaks every 20 minutes. In this game, I haven't done that. So this game, they had to play 45 minutes. Poor little loves, eh? So I don't think the Premier League helped by making sure players got a break every halfway through the half as well as half time. Not good. But there you go. As I say, I mean, to me, United are going to lose, I think, right now, because look on a subs bench. Who can they bring on that's going to make a difference? They haven't got anyone. That's why Mollie hasn't brought anyone. There's no one to bring on. He's got his best players out there, really. And they are clearly not good enough. And the problem is, people talk, like before the game, there was Adam was saying, the one from United Stand, or he's got his own channel, United Red, I think it is, something like that. But he was saying on Twitter that this is United's toughest challenge since lockdown. The football started again. Well, it's not really. Look at Sevilla. Look at the quality of this team. They're not very good. The amount of chances United had, they could have buried this game. But they didn't. They didn't. How many chances does this United team need to score a goal in open time right now? Yeah, without it being a penalty. They've not actually been very good at that, have they, recently? They're still playing the game as if there's plenty of time. There isn't. They've got to have a lot more urgency about it. I mean, they've got maybe 10 minutes if you look at injury time and substitutes and all that. You've got about 10 minutes. They've got a penalty possibility for Fernandez there. Not sure really. Referee didn't give it. There wasn't really enough. Again, the problem is he's moving quickly, so you can't really blame him for not being able to stand on his feet, really. There you go. Maguire just got the other card in for a foul. Even though silly foul, really, because why? I mean, unless he spoke back to the ref, because the foul didn't look in the place where the foul was. No need for a yellow card for that, really, unless he's made other fouls early on. Come up to 86 minutes in, so yep. No, Manure got a yellow card. Did he? I thought Maguire got the yellow card. Maybe they both got a yellow card. Oh, Matters on. Why? Matters come on, and James is coming on, and Frosty Men's is coming on. What the heck is coming on? What? Why? Probably Frosty Men's for Williams. Yeah, I suppose. I'm not going to harm things too much. James, oh God, no, it's not right for James. James against a team that plays deep doesn't work. How has Ollie not figured that one out by now? James works brilliantly against teams that are attacking us because he's got pace and he uses the pace against a team that attacks, so we can break quickly with James. Against a team that sits back, no. But as I said, in the end, who did they have on the subs bench that they could have used? I'm starting with Fred instead of Matic. I'm not sure about that. I'm not a massive fan of Matic. He's getting old. So at some point he has to be replaced anyway, but I think he's a bit more solid than Fred. And he doesn't try too many runs with the ball or anything like that. Oh, again, a terrible pass by Fred there. Absolutely awful. Come up to the 18th minute. And that's the point. When you come up to the 18th minute, your passing's got to be better than that. For goodness sake. Maguire passes it to Fred. What does Fred do? He passes it back to Maguire. What are you doing? The ball goes back to Maguire. Back to Fred. In the 18th minute, ball needs to go forward to one of the forwards. To Pogba. Then to, I think, is that Bruno? Yeah, Bruno just gave the ball away. We got it back. I think Maguire's got it. Frosty Menza had it. Now Rashford, I believe, or Martial, I think. That ball's way too big. Jesus, come on. Have you not learnt to cross the ball in? That's Martial. Yeah. When you need to cross the ball in, learn how to cross it in. But of course, you're point in the game, you're 2-1 down, you need a decent ball in. What do you do? Whack it sky high. I could have done that. At 50 years old, put me on. Pay me his wages, put me on, and I can whack the ball way over our players in the 88th minute. I can do that quite easy. Okay? Put me in to do that. I'll do it. Although I'm sure as a fan of the club, I'll be spending every waking hour practicing my crossing to make sure that when it's the 88th blinking minute in a match, I'm not whacking it way over. Another attack. Is it going to come to anything? It's a ball in by Rashford. That useless. Absolutely useless. It wasn't really to anyone. It was closest to James, but 6 minutes at a time. I don't think it'd be enough. I think if United had another half an hour, I still don't think they'd score a goal. All the chances they had earlier, that was our chance to score. As I say, ever since then, they played a very pedestrian football, as if they were winning and they were just trying to see out the game, really. And now, again, what is it with this team? They play pedestrian football until the last 5 minutes, until you get to injury time. Then all of a sudden, there's urgency. Now all of a sudden, it matters. Didn't matter earlier, did it? When you could have made a difference, when you had time, it didn't matter. Now it matters so much. Jeez. I personally, if I was in charge of the club, I would say to Woodward, now, look at the subs that we had in that game. I want every one of those players and every player that didn't even make it to the subs bench, I want them gone. Everyone, maybe keep Matic, but all the rest gone. Because they don't add anything to the team. And when these players come on, they take away, they don't add. Their ability levels are nowhere near high enough for this club. Get rid of them. Stop having them on your books. Put youngsters in. You're paying wages to players who, shouldn't be here. That's the reality. I mean, the first 11 today, with the exception of Fred, really, and Williams. I mean, Shaw would have to come back in, and Matic would have to come back in. Really, apart from that, I'd get rid of Williams. I'd just say, I'm sorry, mate. Well, give him one more season. I wouldn't give Fred another season. He's had a few seasons already, Fred. I'd give McTominay another season. So keep McTominay, get rid of Fred, give Williams one more season. But the likes of James, I don't know. I mean, James is young. Maybe keep him for another year. I mean, his wages can't be that high. So, as a squad player, although he's got to be doing more next season as a squad player. When he gets a chance, he's got to do more. Because for most of the season, when he's come on, he's done nothing. Even he's got to try and learn how to play against teams that defend deep. Well, you can see why he did well at Swansea, because of course at Swansea he's playing against teams that are playing open football against him, so he looked good because of that. And then he comes to United where people are a bit more closed, and suddenly it's like, okay, it's not working for him. Well, Anyone at United would have figured out that would probably end up being the case, wouldn't it, really? So either the lad has to work at his play when teams play deep, or he's got to go. Simple. Give him one more season. That's it. I wouldn't give him any longer than that. One more season. I mean, unless the people in charge of the club start getting ruthless with the players, it's going to just delay and delay and delay the amount of time that United take to get back to where they need to be as a club. I mean, as I say, even at his first team, I would have ideally Lindelof would be a squad player at best, not a first team player. You would say the same for Williams. You'd say the same for Greenwood right now. I think Greenwood is good enough yet to be a first team player. Terrible bit of play there by Fred again. Sevilla could have just killed the game off there. Again, that would have been down to Fred. That was just before the 95th minute. They had a chance if their player had been able to. Oh, Jesus, who was that now? Oh, my Lord. United player runs the ball pretty much into the box and just leaves it with a Seville defender. That's terrible. Who's that? Is that Martial? Yeah, Martial. Okay. Oh, jeez. Absolutely awful. There's less than a minute to go, apparently. There you go. Game over. Seville won. I'll come back a few times, so less than a minute. End up a lot less than a minute. 95th minute is up. United lose 2-1, and they thoroughly deserve to lose, I have to say. From about 60th minute onwards, 65th minute, I'd say, around to time when Sevilla scored the second goal, United were playing as if they'd already won the game pretty much. Just passing the ball around as if it didn't matter. There was no urgency. We're comfortable. Not so comfortable at the end, are you, folks? Eh? You go home defeated. Not clever, is it, really? You had a chance. You were a better team in most parts of the game. You had far better opportunities. And you go home because you really weren't able to raise the game and play at a high level for 90 minutes. Again, partly because the squad just is not good enough. Nowhere near. They have a problem with squad depth and quality. And that showed tonight. Starting with your first 11, when it comes to actually bringing players on to try and influence the game, the players you want to bring on are already playing. There's no one else. No one else to bring on that would influence. Igalo, maybe. I don't know why he wasn't brought on. But generally speaking, the forwards today, they were poor. Overall. I mean, Martial was 10, I'd give him a 6. Greenwood, 6. Rashford, a 5. Bruno, probably, even though they scored a penalty, a 5. Pogba, a 6. Fred, 4. Defence lineup, Lindelof, I give him a 4 today. Williams, 4. Maguire, 5. Wan-Bissaka, 5. De Gea didn't do much, really. How many good saves did De Gea make today? None. All he had to do was pick the ball out the back of the net. That was it, really. So, 5 for him. Subs, give him a 4. None of them were ever going to make a difference, were they, really? And that's the thing. I think they knew that. I think before the game, before they even come on, the subs all knew that when they come on, they're not going to really make a difference because they're not good enough. They're barely good enough to replace the players. Yeah. Foster meant to replace Williams. Yeah, okay, he's about the same level, so that's fine. Apart from that, no. Not good enough, is it really? Well, there you go. So, Wolves got knocked out. United get knocked out. So, yeah, well, at least that's one thing. Europa League, we don't care about that anymore, do we? There you go. I couldn't care less who wins this one now. Champions League is of interest because it's the bigger cup, but this one now couldn't care less. Normally, couldn't care less about it anyway. The only reason why we ever care less about it is because the club you support is playing in it. Well, now we're out of it, so there you go. We can leave these matches aside now. Don't care. Right, you take care. God bless. I will speak to you soon. That's this game and this competition. Done with now. Bye bye.